Hello guys, how you doing? Guys, I'm testing the software here. I hope you guys can hear me. If anybody's there live with me, please let me know. Probably we're gonna have some issues, but I hope we can solve this very fast. Just checking from the cell phone if everything is okay. Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Is the audio okay? I'm kind of hearing my voice back, but how is it for you guys? Is it working well? Hi Hicham, how are you, man? If you can hear me, it's okay. Can you still hear me? I always have this broadcast through YouTube, but this time around I wanted to try the software again because I'm making some adjustments because I want to make this lives more interesting, okay? Yeah, okay. Let me change the adjustment here. You still can. Do you hear the echo now? With the way that it is now, do you guys hear an echo, or you just hear my voice? Yeah, do you like the scenario, Hitcham? On top of Paulista Avenue, my friend. I wanted to put an image that was not so heavy because this computer is apparently doesn't accept an upgrade on the RAM memory. So I said, okay, I want to use the software again, be able to show the guys new things, maybe videos, maybe reports, and still discuss. So okay, so my voice is clear now, according to Hitchum. Because I was listening to my own voice when I was speaking at the beginning. Sorry, I need to have your patience because I need to make adjustments before we can go on. But is the sound of my voice low, good? What do you guys say? Hi, Tisha, how are you? Let me know if things got better now. It's all good, wonderful. Thank you. How are you guys doing? How did you spend the night? I hope everybody's okay. Um, I'm gonna make modifications to this computer so that we can have this software in place in order to have a more interesting live because you guys deserve the best. I got plans. I got lots of plans for our lives. An intro that is gonna make you guys excited about the vinheta. We're gonna have one specific vinheta, one intro just for the live streamings. I got a lot of plans, guys. I just need to have time to make things happen. But other than that, I can say you won't regret to have waited, okay? Um, I also wanna follow one of you guys, one of your suggestions. I don't remember who gave me the suggestion to be able to react to the old video. So I would pick one of the videos from the channel and react to it, and that would be very funny because there are videos that I recorded like 5 years ago, didn't have the experience that I have today, didn't know how to make videos as I know how to make today, and it's probably gonna be funny. But I want to discuss with you live, and I have so many plans. Let me get my water. 1 second. So I'm prepared now, and oh, what happened to you yesterday? We lost you when you got in the cab. Yeah, actually, when I got in the cab, the image was too dark. I was filming from my cell phone, so um, I thought I could show you the avenue and the view, and even the taxi driver was so nice. His name is Fernando. Fernando, if you're watching, he became a subscriber. Thank you very much for last night. It was very nice. You were so friendly with us, with my family. So he rolled down the window for me to keep filming, but it was just too dark, super cold, and it didn't work out. I even said, bye guys, thank you, I'll see you tomorrow. And here I am. But thank you so much for being with me uh, all the 1 hour and 20 something live that we had yesterday. I was planning to go to Paulista Avenue um, today, to be honest with you. Actually, I was on Paulista Avenue to get the cell phone fixed. And yes, take a look, it's fixed. I spent some bucks and had the cell phone fixed so that you guys can see me better when I am outside making lives, right? Spent a lot of money, to be honest with you, to have the screen repaired, but it is repaired, thank God. Yes, the visual was dark, but the audio was okay. Yeah, but I wanted you guys to see the street. I wanted you to see the whole thing till I got home, but unfortunately it didn't work. Yeah, I remember Tisha today say, "Hey, Mark, don't spend money with the car. You gotta you gotta get the cell phone fixed," and that's what I did, guys. So it's fixed. I also fixed another one because I got three cell phones, believe me, and they were all broken. Like two broken, and this one was the official. So I got all of them repaired. Manuela said, "Oh, one is for me." So she grabbed one for herself already. She wants to use WhatsApp. My wife and I were discussing whether or not it was time for her to have a cell phone. I want to hear your opinion, guys. We live in a world that we can't avoid technology, right? We have to control, we have to establish boundaries, limitations, but we kind of held it. We didn't want Manu to be on the screen all the time, but guys, I work so much, so does my wife, and sometimes Manu is here by our side using the tablet almost all day. I'm always controlling, but okay, she said, "Daddy, give me one." And she got one, and now I'm gonna buy a SIM card for her. She's gonna have her own WhatsApp. I think it's about time. Sometimes I need to talk to her, send her a message, say, "Hey, Daddy's getting there. I'm getting to school. Give me 5 more minutes." Sometimes I'm late to pick her up, and that would be great if she had this. She's super smart. She's brilliant, and she's very mature for her age. I think it's about time she's got access to technology like this and have her own cell phone. Yeah, I gotta love this girl. Yes, she's amazing. How old is Manu now? Just maintain the control on her cell phone and install the parental control. Absolutely. I can't forget this. I was rebooting, I was resetting the cell phone configuration to the factory standards right before I started this live. and then I'm gonna go and establish a few limitations with her. I've already talked to her about it, but I want her to know that we trust her. I want her to understand that her parents trust her really much, and we have very high standards on her and her behavior. So I think that's the best way to start, And I pretty much know she won't want to disappoint us, because she has been given this gift of trust, of belief, right? And I'm pretty sure she wants to keep this. Let me read the other comments. I am using this software because I wanted to test it, but I don't know how I put the chat for me to see on my computer, so I'm reading from my cell phone. But it's all right. I think I can do this the same way. Hello, Mark. How are you? Moses, how are you, my friend? Another very loyal subscriber to this channel is this guy. Thank you for being here one more time, okay? You typically do not provide us with advanced information about your live video. Yes, man, yeah, I know. I understand that. And I know who you are comparing this live to, because I know some people really do that and do this really well. But I am, I'm a man of my own. I do everything by myself. And there are a few things that sometimes I have time to do, sometimes I don't. But it's a good suggestion. Thank you very much. I'm going to start doing this. I was thinking about it today, this morning, Moses, because first of all, my streaming is not happening the way that I want, okay? I want the streamings to be more entertaining, interactive. I want you guys to really stick with me, not because you like me and you respect my work, but because you are entertained. You have things from Brazil, because the focus of this channel is this country. So I want you guys to be entertained with the content that I provide. And just now I started having this software work the way that I want. So far, I hope it keeps going the way it is so far. But I had to delete a few things, make some room in the RAM memory, clean some stuff from this computer, and use this exclusively for teaching and for broadcasting. So I'm going to start editing videos in the other laptop computer that I got, and I'm going to start working on these details. So once I got the live all figured out, what I'm going to propose, I'm going to start giving you guys advanced information about the lives with the content as well. Oh, guys, we're going to discuss this, so if you're interested, please be there. We're going to be talking about this specific aspect, and I hope you guys like this new thing. You're going to have a prior notice to the live, but I can tell you now that I want the lives to happen every Wednesday night and Sundays. So every Wednesday nights and every Sundays at 6. That's my idea, to start working with you guys here. Not to mention the other content, because I want you guys to have videos during the week, and I want you to come on Sundays and discuss with me what you think about it. I'm also, guys, take a look. I'm also in debt with one of the categories of my channel, which are the citizens, where Tisha is a member. Because I need to have an exclusive live with the members of this community. So if you guys want to join, please do become part of the channel, supporting the channel the little you can. If you can, of course. If you can't, no problem. The way you do, you already help me out. But if you can, support the channel, and you guys will have not a live with me, but you're gonna have a video call with me. I'm gonna have every 15 days, I believe, we're gonna have a special and very exclusive live conversation through video chat. So it's gonna be Zoom, Teams, I don't know, where you guys can communicate with me. I can see you guys. You can ask me questions. You can ask me for support, whatever. Okay? So it's gonna happen. as soon as I have more people in the groups, okay? Tisha is saying, I kept my word. I was at the beach earlier, but made time to come here in time for your live. Thank you so much, Tisha. Tisha, you are already one of the most special persons of this channel. Thank you so much for your support. I got some other people that are amazing as well. I wake up in the morning, and when I don't make a video, I remember, my God, I'm in that with Tisha. I'm with all you guys, of course, but you guys are always stepping forward and helping me so much. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, very good. How was the beach? I want to know. Tell us. Peak summer, always hot now. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Guys, what was taking up most of my time, as I said previously, was the quantity of books that I was working with. I'm still working on the penultimate book and then the last one. I have plans to get them done by the end of this month, I hope, and then I start the editing process. I'm talking about the Brazilian Portuguese course, and from the editing, I'm gonna go to the audio production, because I'm also working on the audios of the material, the books. So I do everything, believe me. I write the story, I format the pages, and then I create the book, and then I edit the book, I put the designs, I create the pictures, I take the pictures, and then I go for the audio. So as soon as this is done, it's gonna be like half of my time or more dedicated to this channel. So I appreciate all the support. I always say that, but I have to. Thank you so much for understanding and staying here with me, even though I don't have the possibility to post as many videos as I wanted. I got a lot of ideas. I'm also reading history books from Brazil, because I wanted to review the history of my country to tell you guys through videos. I want to debate with you on the most important news. I want to have one special show inside the channel only to talk about investments. I want to guide you guys, show you what's going on in the Brazilian economics, so you would be having the news directly from the channel, from Brad Zuka. That's my idea, to have Brad Zuka work daily on a kind of news show where he would tell you, with some entertainment, some fun, the most important headlines of the day. But for me to do this, it takes time, it takes money, so be patient. As soon as I'm free with the projects that I'm doing, you guys will have the best out of this channel, okay? I'm trying to catch up with Jonathan and Neil. You mean in the support? I think you are already there, believe me. You're already there. Jonathan and Neil are always in Brazil. That's why you see them very often. And they are also, I consider them family now. And this is the beauty of this this channel. Some people, they get to the level of becoming my personal friends and also family members later on, as I consider, you know. Jonathan might become my neighbor very soon, but this is something I will mention in the future, right? Because he's still working on things. But he might become my neighbor very soon. Immigrating to Brazil, I'm gonna start working on his visa. I'm helping him out with this. Oh, Tisha, I just remembered I needed to check the CPF thing for you. My God, just remembered. You see how things just pop up, Tisha. So much to get done, and sometimes I fail with my schedule. You know, I need to go to a Correio and check if I can work on the process of the CPF for you. because it's something easy, you know. I just need to go there. I'm gonna stop by there tomorrow. So CPF Tisha. Just remembered. I'm sorry, Tisha. I'm gonna work on this. A lot of work, yes. You have no idea, buddy. Tisha, hope Bermuda doesn't have the same problems with seaweed like I experienced in Punta Cana last year. Punta Cana, really popular nowadays, right? Mark does not know how to keep still. He's always working. Delegates, yes, have to bread. Yeah, I think so. Funny thing, my daughter, because my daughter saw Hitchum ask about Brad Zuka last night, and then we were coming home, and she looked at me and she said, "Daddy, where's Brad?" And I look at her and I said, "Oh my God, I don't know, probably on vacation again, Daddy. You need to fire this guy." She started joking with me, you know. The CPF needs to wait. I cannot travel until 2025. Yeah, but look, you cannot travel until next year. But it's good to have things uh, set up before you decide to to come here, right? So we can start understanding, because I will be able to help you, but also help other people. So I think it's a good thing. Because basically, guys, the steps for the CPF is you go to Correios and you say, I want to pay the fee for CPF for estrangeiros, for foreigners. And then it's about R$ 6, something like this. Don't remember, 6, 8 reais. And then you pay the fee, and then you have a receipt. And the second step is all through an email. So there is an email that they send us, not the people from Correios. I already have this email address. Um, so you have to take a picture of yourself, like a selfie, and then another one. No, you take a picture of your passport, and then you take a picture of yourself with the passport open, and then you attach your birth certificate. Doesn't have to be a passport or translator or anything, just a birth certificate that contains your mother's name. And then, if I'm not mistaken, a bill from your country. So I don't remember in details because I have everything here registered, right? I have a folder with these details, and I keep my memory for what I'm doing right now. So sometimes I draw blank in a few things. But you probably have to put an address. No, yes, you have to put an address from Brazil, normally a friend or a hotel you are. So when I help people, I normally give my address, because if the guys have to send any information, they send to my address, and I just contact the person. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Ah, yes. If I give you my address, I need to send like an utility bill, like the electricity, which I normally do. I send to the guy, and the guy attaches to the email with all this information, and then he sends to Receita Federal, which is our agency responsible for the finances and the money here in Brazil. And Receita Federal will analyze the documents, and you will receive this, I think, in a maximum. Uh, it depends nowadays, but in the past, it was less than 24 hours sometimes. But I think the demand is high nowadays. I wonder why. I think a lot of people want to invest in Brazil. And they take sometimes a week, 2 weeks, sometimes less, but you receive the number in your email. So it happened to a guy I was helping. I'm actually helping with a retirement visa. He's a former military from the United States. And I did everything with him, like the CPF, and I started working on the visa process, the translation of the documents, and he came really. I mean, it took about 2 weeks, I believe, for him to get. But when he came correct, regular. And once you have the CPF in your hands, you don't have to worry about, oh, every year I need to send a report to the Brazilian government. No. As far as I've seen, in the past it was like this. Even the Brazilian citizens had to send some declarations to the fiscal, to the government, but not anymore. So you just keep your number whenever you need to buy an apartment or invest in a country, you use the number. I got my CPF in 5 working days. Amazing. You see, I'm going to read before. Very true, but it's not a big rush, okay? Brad is driving around in his yellow Fusca convertible. Yeah, do you believe I was in Brás yesterday, Hitchem. For you guys who don't know, Brás is an area in São Paulo, a neighborhood that has a lot of cheap things. You have lots of cargo from China, so you can buy cell phones, you can buy clothing, you can buy computers. They have a lot of things. They have shopping malls with these things, especially the fabric. You can buy fabric, you can buy clothing, jeans. So some stores buy from these factories that are located in Brás, and they just brand the jeans, the pants, and they resell in their stores with much more, much more expensive, I was gonna say. So they pay like 10 and they sell for 60, 70, depends, just because they put the brand. So I was there because I wanted to check a few things. Let me show you guys what I bought. I'm a big kid and fan of Batman. So I went with Manu because first, Manu is on vacation. We're not traveling anywhere. And I said, Manu, let's go find a few things. I want to buy some action figures, some statues to decorate my studio. Maybe a Zé Carioca from Disney that, belongs to Rio and everything. I couldn't find, unfortunately. But I bought this. Check it out. The Batman. So look at this. So people buy things like that in Brás. They pay like 20 reais and they sell for 80. So you have buses coming from all states in Brazil just to get products like this. So I was talking about that because of what? My God. Just drew blank. I just went too far with my information. And let me see if I remember. Oh, yes. So then I was looking for a Fusca because I wanted to put a yellow convertible Fusca here on the shelves to decorate and people look and say, oh, Brazilian subtitled, but I couldn't find it. I just found one that was not convertible, too small. But maybe one day I want to find a big one to really put here. And I've already found, guys, a company here that prints in 3D. So you have like a miniature of yourself, a statue. So I'm going to have one of Brad Zucker this size. Can you imagine? To be put in there and decorating. That would be amazing. So I went directly to the Subprefeitura in Barra da Tijuca, paid there, and gave them the required documents, and they gave me an appointment for next week, and bye-bye. Yes, it doesn't work like this anymore, I believe. At least in São Paulo, everything is done through email. You don't have to go anywhere but the post office, pay the fee. The fee is an obligation. You need to send this to Receita Federal through inside email. But other than that, you don't need to go anywhere, Terrence, I received mine ITI card some years ago from your earlier video. Is this still the only way for a foreigner to get a credit card in Brazil? Are you serious, Terrence? You could go through with the process of that video. Guys, just to fill you in, I made a video some time ago teaching people how to get an account in Brazil without having to to live in Brazil. Because here, for you to open a banking account, you need to be a resident. They, unfortunately or fortunately, they don't open banking accounts for foreigners who have no connection to the country. So the solution for that would be fintechs, those companies that are financial and they are like, what is the name that you guys call this? Fintech is another one. Startups, right? It started from a startup and then it became a fintech, and nowadays they are big. But not Itaú, because Itaú is one of the, probably, no, it is the biggest bank in Brazil, but they were losing space for many fintechs like Nubank, and they decided to go to play the same game, so they opened the ITI account. And at the beginning, I think 4 friends of mine or 5 were able to open the account, to go through the process. In 5 minutes, they opened an account and they could access. And wow, I'm impressed, Terrence, that you're saying that it was super easy, because 4 guys could make it. They took a picture of their faces. Oh, thank you, blah, 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 received the card. So they could even make Pix, if I'm not mistaken, with the card. Can you make Pix? Can you transfer to other accounts in Brazil through Pix, which is an instant payment system? Let me know. And yeah, online banks, exactly, Hitcham. So, but after 5 people were able to do that on my part, I started receiving tons and tons and tons of comments on the video saying, hey, that doesn't work. Hey, you're lying to us. And I tried, it didn't work, blah, 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 blah. You just wanted to get attention. People were hard on me because I said, look, guys, I can prove you. 5 people, because I tested before I put on the channel. And I still receive messages from people, sometimes very polite messages. And I tell these polite people, I say, look, guys, I have a replacement for this video. Okay? I have a replacement for this ITI account. By the way, Neil and Jonathan have an ITI account. The 2 most famous friends that I have here. And they use, up until today, they pay my Brazilian Portuguese classes with the ITI account from Itaú. But I have a replacement now, thanks to Joseph Alexander, another special friend that I have from the US, from Inter. Interbank is also another online bank, a fintech, that is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I myself have an account there, and as a Brazilian, they allow me to have an international bank. I have an account in dollars, unfortunately with $0 as of yet. But one day it will be big. But right now I have the possibility to receive the money inside my, I think it's, they have a partnership and they create an account for you. They open an account for you in the US. So they also do the same, I believe, if you're opening from abroad. So I have these 2 friends. I have Ian Bins and I have Joseph Alexander, who now have an Inter account, and they make payments through this. And Ian from Texas even tested by sending me money through Pix. He said, I'm going to send something, $5, just to test. It checked in, not as fast as a Brazilian, because if I make a Pix to my wife, she receives in the next second. I click on send and she receives a notification. It's as fast as that, and it's for free. Hold on, guys. And it's for free. But Ian sent me a Pix through Texas. It took 5 minutes, 3 minutes, but it checked in. Maybe 3 to 5, something like the maximum 10 minutes. I don't remember, but it was not more than that. Because I said, oh, nothing yet. I said, okay, I'm going to go to work and then let me know if the money checks in. I think 10 minutes later, I sent him a message, say, yes, just checked in directly to my account, so through Interbank. I still want to talk a little bit more with these guys because I've been busy. And Joseph comes here in September, he just told me. I will be able to make videos with him. I will probably post a new video on the channel. So if you guys are watching this live streaming, you're not a subscriber, don't do it. Don't waste your time. Subscribe to the channel, become a member, and in September I'm gonna come with a new video to teach you how to open an account at Interbank and be able to communicate with the Brazilian system that easily. The secret now is to understand if once you are here you can withdraw money from an ATM, because I know you can do this with ITI card, but I want to know with Interbank you can also do that. Let me read your comments, guys. So look, Terrence is saying I received mine. Is it still the only way for a foreigner? Yes, there is this Interbank that I'm gonna be talking to you about very soon. In Rio de Janeiro, where I live, it was so fast. Okay, Beco do Batman, yeah. Batman, I love Batman, man. All this is Batman, check it out. All this is Batman. I collect the comics, read in English a lot, love it. Okay, I use my card all the time when visiting Brazil. Wonderful. Do you withdraw money, Terrence? Your information is really important, especially for people who are watching and they thought that video didn't work. So there's a guy here to prove he watched my video, he followed the steps, it worked for him. I don't know what happens with the Itaú system. Sometimes it blocks a few people, sometimes others can make it, right? I have Santander, okay, because Hitchem, but you are a Brazilian citizen as well, no? Because you have Santander in Brazil, no? Oi, what's up? E aí, Kevin? Tudo bem? Kevin Kuten, guys. Also a long-time friend from the time I met Neil. The first guy to give an interview for this channel was Kevin. Kevin is here with us. Also, he was here when I was raising funds with you guys for the cause of Rio Grande do Sul. Kevin was with me for more than 3 hours or something like this. Thank you very much, Kevin. Nice to see you here. He was rooting for England, unfortunately, and so was I, but unfortunately the guys lost to Spain. Our hope is Colombia now, right? Colombia beating up Argentina. Most of the problems are with ID or passport control. That's it. Yes. Yeah, the problem, you're probably talking about the bank, right, Hitchem? The system was bugging in the moment of the selfie because they put the ID and everything, and then when they put the selfie, it bugged for some reason. Kevin tried like 2 days, and I'm not sure he could make it. I don't remember. Can you tell us, Kevin? Offshore account, wow, ele é rico. I wish I were rich, man. But this is something that Interbank, it's an orange bank, an orange logo bank. Everyone from Interbank can have it. I'm kind of afraid to try here a new screen and show you, because I'm testing the software tonight, okay, guys? I want to see if you guys can, I think I'm not going to try this because things are going really well, so I don't want to screw it. But if you type Inter, I-N-T-E-R bank, or Banco in Portuguese, Banco Inter, you guys will see the icon. So they provide an international account for you to travel. You can save dollars there. Oh, I'm gonna go to Miami, I'm gonna go to Orlando, I don't know, and then I can use that account in the US without converting. This is amazing. It's a great thing. I send pics from Germany to Brazil via my Santander Van Gogh app. I have heard about this as well, Hitcha. Maybe you could give us an interview on the channel and teach the foreigners how to open a Van Gogh bank account. Because I have heard this from other people that it was possible to open a Van Gogh bank account. I want to learn from you how you did it, if you did from abroad, what kind of documents you had to use, because this information, guys, can help other people from abroad interested in working with Brazil, okay? How do you spell the new bank you are speaking about? Okay, I'm slow here in reading the comments, but I just said, right? I-N-T-E-R, Inter, like international. So it's Inter Bank or Banco. Banco, B-A-N-C-O. In Portuguese, B-A-N-C-O. New word, Inter. Banco Inter. No, it's not Nubank, man. You are saying Nubank, but I was talking about Interbank, okay? I'm going to write here by using another account that I'm logged to the conversation, which is this. Oh, guys, this American Titan is my school, okay? That you're going to see on the chat. American Titan, there you go, Banco Inter. I'm logged with the American Titan account here. Let's go. Yes, become part of the community. Thank you, Kevin. Click and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Also, you can become a member of the channel, supporting the channel with as little as $3 every month, and giving us possibilities to travel, to show you more of Brazil, to produce more content. Because, you know, for me to separate some time of my schedule, I need to, you know, to be not doing other things, or not be doing other things like teaching and making money to pay my bills. So if I get this support from you guys, for me to be able to invest more on the channel, it would be amazing. But just if you can, of course. Also, if you guys want to consider a super chat, sending a contribution, be my guest. Don't feel forced to do anything, okay? If you are in Brazil and you go there, we'll like a bill address and you become pay slips. Normally they will set up. And go there with like bill address. You become pay slips. Normally they will set up an account. Yeah, but look at what Hicham is saying. So if you are in Brazil and you go there with like the bill address and your income pay slips, normally they will set up an account. Santander, right? But I have a friend who deals with he works for a billionaire here in São Paulo. His boss is amazingly rich, and he understands these things very much. So he said there is basically one agency that does this. I don't know if every Santander agency allows this. You need to go check in order to discover, okay? Because I don't have this information. I withdraw. Wow. So look, the ITI banking account from Itaú worked for a lot of people. So, Terence, I'm very glad with the information you are sending here, you're sharing with us, because for me, a lot of people told me it was not working anymore, but you were lucky as well. So you're not a Brazilian citizen, right, Hitchin? That's what you're saying. Just had luck, maybe. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button, please. Question is, can you make an account using an American address? I don't think so, Kevin. I don't think so. Because you need to, as far as I know, okay, guys, you need to have a connection with Brazil. Every time I consulted people that worked from banks, I used to teach two guys that worked inside the management of Itaú Bank. But I mean the world management, because Itaú has branches everywhere or in many parts of the world. In South America, I went to Chile. Unbelievable. They are there. It's incredible to see a Brazilian institution so powerful in a foreign country. So I had two students. I taught English to two students there, and they consulted the people inside with the questions. They brought the questions that I asked. And I said, okay, I have a foreigner. He wants to open an account. Okay, the guy is not Brazilian. He's a foreigner. Bring me the RNM, which is the Registro Nacional Migratório, which is the document that you receive when you immigrate to Brazil, when you become a resident, a legal resident to the country. They give you an RNM. Okay, so the bank wants to see that, and then they want to see your address, and then they want to see your source of income. So if you don't have any of these things, I don't think you can open it, okay? In Brazil, I only use my Brazilian bank card. Okay, Mark, what does it cost to rent a studio in Normal? Man, a studio. I think it's Moses. It's going to depend upon the region that you are talking about. Okay. Let me tell you guys, is my image frozen? Oh, no, it's working, right? It depends on the region that you're talking about. When I received this question for the first time, I was with Célio. He was by my side at the table selling an apartment, and the guy wanted to know that. And he was that project in the west side of São Paulo. I don't know if you guys remember. It was a smaller one, cheaper, about $37,000. And in that area that is growing rapidly, um, I think one studio of the same size, 30 something square meters, it was coming out for almost 2,500 reais. Yes, 2,500. Just the rent. And then you had to pay the condominium fee. But we even found more expensive ones for studio. São Paulo is expensive, guys. So depending on the area, you will find apartments of 2 bedrooms for 3,000, 3,200. But in other areas, this is the price of almost a studio in a new building with feats like gym, supermarket, swimming pools. But it depends on the region. Okay, I think I have one of the scripts that I have written was about the price of rents per region in São Paulo. So I will be working on this video very soon, Moses. Keep an eye on the channel, okay? I want to show you where to invest and where you take more of your money. Which region exactly of São Paulo you take more of your money. It's going to be an interesting video. Thanks for the spelling, and I have the website. Terence is talking about the Interbank. Yes, my friends open through the website. I think you will be able to do that as well. Okay? And then from online, you can transfer into the current account, the checking account. So from online, I think you have this possibility. Best way is to be in Brazil. Take with you passport, a bill of proof of address in Brazil. Yeah, I still have my doubts about this, Hicham. Because I wonder if they will open for you just because you're visiting. That's why I've always thought the best possibilities and the alternatives were uh, the online banks. Okay. Pay slips from USA or Europe, and they see the higher income, and it needs to be appointment with Santander Vengo. Also, I know people where it worked at Bradesco. Depends from agency to agency. Yeah, this is incredible, right? It should be standard. So if somebody does that in São Paulo, they do that in Rio, in Fortaleza, you know. So in Moema, buddy, Moema, Moses is asking about a studio in Moema. In Moema, it's more expensive, right? So I think you won't find any studio. Let me see if I can check that for you guys. Hold on a second. Um, you're asking because you're already planning on that idea of that place that you bought, right? Across the street from you bought across the street from Ibirapuera Shopping Mall. It's a very good location. You're gonna rent it easily. Let me check here, Moses. See if they have any information here about that. Your your idea is Airbnb, I believe. No, Moses. You wanna put in Airbnb? Price of a studio in Guarulhos? No idea. Guarulhos, man, it's cheaper than São Paulo, but not for everything. I always wondered why a person would decide to live in Guarulhos and pay a similar rent for the city of Guarulhos. But that's my opinion. I don't like Guarulhos at all. Born and raised, so I have all the rights to say that I don't like the city. And I always wonder, why would you pay that much to be in an apartment that could take you to São Paulo? Only if you have family, if you love the city, because São Paulo is much better. Mike, I have this fear that soon we have too many unoccupied studio apartments more than the people living in it. Buddy, São Paulo, yeah, a lot of people are considering the idea of a bubble, a real estate bubble in São Paulo. But São Paulo grows very fast. It has a lot of demand. It's nowadays the most visited city in the country, has beaten Rio. I don't know, man. I think there will always be an opportunity for you. Some people just come, spend some time, and leave. Most of the people I have talked who have invested in the country, in the city, they have their return. So I will talk to one of them and see if he wants to give an interview. But it, I know your concerns. I would have the same concerns if I were investing in a place. But why are they still building like crazy and selling out? That's incredible. Quinto Andar. Quinto Andar is a good place for you to see this. But I was checking here, Hitcham. I was checking Airbnb. Let me see here. I'm gonna try, guys. I hope the computer doesn't lag because of that. Let's see. I'm gonna try and show you. I'm gonna try and show you what I'm seeing here so that you guys can see as well. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. I want to see if it's possible. I wonder why it's not going. Because I wanted to show you the websites of Airbnb. Yeah, it's not working. Maybe next time, okay? Okay, so let me check the Airbnb website. Studio in Moema. Let's see the size. So it's a studio, one bed, one bathroom. And, what is the size? Yeah, but they don't show the price like this. Oh, I have to log in. Hold on, guys. Let's see if I can check the price just for us to have an idea here. Studio in Moema. $300 from the Moema subway station, 4 kilometers away from Congonhas Airport. Not Cumbica, Congonhas. Doesn't say anything about the space. Very, very well located in Moema. Where's the price? $226 per night. 226 reais per night. Yeah, but yeah, 9 nights. It depends on a series of factors, right? The time that you wanna come, when it's off season, there are a lot of factors. But $226 for this studio. It doesn't say the size. At least I can't see here. Yeah, but I think I should make a video giving you all these specs, these details. Your best player, how are you, man? Do you advise to buy and rent out or buy for oneself in São Paulo? I think it depends on your focus, right? What do you mean? You mean when you say buy for oneself is buy for you? I think it depends on what you want to do with the property, if I understand the question well. Bela Vista is the area me as a single prefer. Bela Vista is a good place, definitely. I would ideally like 2 condos, one in Moema and a second one in Praia Grande, one to rent, one to live. You would like to live in Praia Grande, Tisha? I think you guys should see the North Coast. Have nothing against Praia Grande, but I think you guys should see the North Coast. If you see the North Coast, the only difference is that it's a little more distant. If you take your car and you go to Praia Grande, it would be like 1 hour. The North Coast you reach in 2 hours. It's double, but it's unbelievable. Especially Ubatuba. I will give an interview, yes, because I did this in Rio. Okay, that's good. Rent me the one in São Paulo and you go to Praia Grande and then you can come, okay. Born and raised on the playground, okay. Moema is a great location. The studios I have seen range from mid 300,000 to 900,000, yes. Sometimes with the price of a studio that you would pay for Moema, you would buy 2 somewhere else. The project that I showed you guys in Moema, I think with a price cut, it was the price for square meter was 15,000. 15,000, guys. And the other regions, it was like 11, 10, The condominium resort, I think it's 11,000 per square meter. Can you imagine? Moema, you pay, as Célio said the other day, you pay because the neighborhood is already well established. It has everything you want. It's closer to everything. The best restaurants on a walking distance. The best bars. Can you imagine? It's like living in Rio. You're in your building, go down, in your sidewalk you got a lot of pubs, a lot of padarias, bakeries, so you can imagine, right? In Barcelona, they have planned to ban Airbnbs because of rent prices skyrocketing for locals. This is a whole new story, right? Best player. Because I saw a video that people from Barcelona they have like squirt guns and they were squirting water on tourists because they blame the problems in Barcelona on the tourists, on the tourism. So they don't want tourists there. That's crazy. Do you see this coming in São Paulo? That's a very good question. Would the prices go up here because of tourism? Maybe. Maybe this is one of the reasons why Rio de Janeiro has elevated prices, but São Paulo has more, remember. During the two lives ago, I read the prices, and I think São Paulo is more expensive now. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think prices go up here for other reasons as well, because we have a constant movement in the city of São Paulo due to the business. This is the machine of Brazil. Remember, we're always doing business. Like last night I was in an event from Japan, so this attracts people from abroad. I saw a lot of Japanese people with luggages and the Brazilian jersey, and so they need places to stay. They will consume. So São Paulo is kind of accustomed to this kind of movement, you know. If it was not tourism in the past, it was business visitors. Now we have business visitors plus tourists. So Rio invest depends on the area, especially where I live in West Rio. There's militia there. So in Rio, I would say Barra da Tijuca, Recreio dos Bandeirantes, Zona Sul. Yeah, you mentioned Praia Grande here. I know this is the reference that I have given here on the channel because I got family there, right? My wife's family is from Praia Grande. Guys, can you hear me? Apparently my video is kind of cutting. How is it? Is it happening? So, Praia Grande, guys. Praia Grande is the place that has been chosen by many Paulistas to change their lives. I think the pandemic came as an eye opener, you know, for a lot of people here in São Paulo, in the world, I believe. Hey, you are working too much. You're not enjoying your life. You just wake up to go to work and then you go back home to sleep and start over again the next day. So a lot of people started investing in Praia Grande. My mother-in-law said that when she moved to Praia Grande, apartments cost 80,000 reais. 80,000, believe me. 80,000. And I don't doubt this because I have an uncle who lives in the north coast, not in the south. And I remember when he bought his property there were pieces of land for 10,000 reais. Okay, a decade ago maybe. 10,000 reais, 15,000, $2,000, guys. You could buy a piece of land in a place. So my mother-in-law said apartments were sold for 80,000. Now it's 280, 250. You can get a good an apartment like the one that I showed you for 250, I believe. But in the past, it was much cheaper than that. 80,000, 90,000, 110. Why? Because the movement is big now. People are going to Praia Grande a lot. You see towers being constructed a lot. It's becoming a city as well, you know? So, but there are other places to explore in the coast of São Paulo. Santos is already a big city, so I just would recommend you to go there if you wanted to go there and have all the feats of a city like São Paulo in a lower extent, of course, plus the beach and sometimes calm during the nights and everything because it's not as big as São Paulo. Far from this. But if you want a calmer place, Santos is not my suggestion. But guys, keep an eye in the Northeast. If you want to come to Brazil because of the scenic areas, keep an eye in the Northeast of Brazil because it's a region that is still to be developed, right? So when they open a new restaurant or I don't know, when they build more towers there, like Neymar's company is doing here, then you're gonna have an opportunity for you to start having a target for you as an investment, right? Because I think there are no places there's no place like the Northeast when it comes to the beauty of the beaches, the color of the water. They are just fantastic. So if you have an opportunity to buy there, and I believe more and more foreigners are going to the Northeast because I hear a lot of stories like people going to Jericoacoara. It's a difficult Indian name, Jericoacoara. Americans call Jerry, which is in Ceará. Is this? Yeah, Ceará. It's far from Fortaleza, which is the capital. It's known as the world capital for kite surfing. It's an amazing place. A lot of foreigners go there. So people are starting to, drive their attention away from not only from Rio and São Paulo. There are other places that we could go in Brazil as well. So it could be an investment opportunity. In your opinion, do you think the beaches on the North Coast are better quality than... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Tisha. Check my channel, Tisha, for videos, I think traveling videos, because I have some playlists. There is a video about Ubatuba. It's one of the videos that I like about the beaches I have visited. Manuela fell in love, Tisha. It was the first time in her life she visited Ubatuba. And she fell in love. It's amazing. Just so you guys understand, it's like this. You go down the hill when you come from São Paulo to the north, and then you have the possibility to go right, go left. If you go right, you have a city called Caraguá, or Caraguatatuba. It's even harder. Caraguá is where I have family. And then after Caraguá, you have São Sebastião, which is beautiful. It was my favorite. And then after São Sebastião, you have an island called Ilha Bela for the rich and powerful. I'm kidding, because they are the ones who have houses there, mansions there. Amazing. If you go left when you finish the hill, you have Ubatuba. So you have another hill and then Ubatuba. From Ubatuba, you can go to Rio de Janeiro, the state of Rio. The first city is Paraty. Amazing, very beautiful. Ubatuba is paradisic. The continent has some arms, some extensions, and the residents have houses in these extensions, right? In this, from the continent, and you have a beach on the left, you have the house, you have a beach on the right, and then you have a beach up front. So I stayed in an Airbnb there that I could access 3 beaches. And I filmed the 3 beaches to show you guys. So go check it out. It's on the channel. There is another video about Ilhabela. If you want to understand a little bit about the place, go visit. Ilhabela is amazing, amazing. Uh, it's just fantastic. I have seen a lot of foreigners visiting these places. During a video that I made in Ubatuba, I met a girl from Argentina who left everything back in her country to live in Brazil. She was a surfer and also a student at the University of Buenos Aires. And she left everything she had back in her country to live in Ubatuba. And she made a living by selling açaí. She had one of those, how do you say, carrinhos, those carts, I don't know. She would, you know, push it on the sand at the beach selling açaí, guys. So she would make the combinations, get açaí. Açaí, if you don't know, it's like an ice cream made of a fruit from the north of Brazil. So she would put like the coverings, the peanuts, amazing. The milk powder. And I interviewed her. It's on this video about Ubatuba. And she said, look, I fell in love. I went to Ubatuba. I saw this. I came for the World Cup here in Brazil. I saw this beach. I said, I have to live here. She surfed in Ubatuba. It's a paradise on earth. So, yes, I prefer the north because I have visited the north a long time. I have visited the south. But for me, the north is even better. And the downtown area of Ubatuba, Tisha. How can I say? You're living... The feeling that I have, you are in those, maybe Hawaii. You are in those places where they put a bamboo with a tin can catching fire. And then you go into the restaurant with dim lights. Amazing, amazing. So I really recommend it. Do you think Brazil will lower the threshold to gain citizenship if you are not married to a Brazilian and you invest less than 100K? I don't see any movements towards that so far, man. They have already made it easy for foreigners to visit Brazil and as a tourist, but I don't see any conversations anywhere on this direction. As soon if that happens, of course, I will come here and be the first to let you know. Maybe they won't. I honestly don't believe this because it's like that thing, right? Of that economics law, the offer and the demand. We are having a lot of people interested in visiting Brazil from many countries that supposedly wouldn't be interested. The ones considered the first world countries that are coming to Brazil in numbers. I don't think they will make it easy, you know. I see the opposite. I see Brazil's authorities making it hard sometimes for people to access the country, especially if they have dubious conditions and not the right documents. So I don't see that happening. But just to let you guys know or remind you guys, 1 million reais invested in the southeast of Brazil, like São Paulo, Rio, Minas Gerais, and also the south. 1 million reais invested gives you the right to get a residency. You, your family, and your dependents, your kids. 1 million reais and 800,000 gives you the right for residency if you invest in the northeast of Brazil. States like Pernambuco, Ceará, Alagoas, Rio Grande do Norte, all paradisic places, okay? There are other forms that you can try to get a residency in Brazil. If you invest, one of these forms is to invest in research and development in Brazil. If there is a company here that is studying something and you put your investment in this company, You help this company generate a better research. I think it's even cheaper. I don't want to risk the value here, the amount, for not running the risk of making a mistake. But I think it's something much more accessible than the residency through investing in a property, okay? Tisha is saying, we'll look back in the vids. Manu and I are both lovers of the ocean. Yeah, especially you, right, Tisha? You live on an island in Bermuda. See the ocean every day, I believe, at least by passing with your car, driving by. If you invest with a company and 10 Brazilians at work, much less. $30,000 more or less, really. That would be, yeah, that's what I had in mind, Richam. Because 6 times 3, let's say that the dollar is almost 6 reais. 6 times 3, 18. I was calculating, because I have this in the back of my mind when I was researching for the video that I made on investing in properties. I calculated 180, 190,000 reais. But I don't know. You have to check exactly how it works. You need to check the startups or the companies that are struggling to survive in Brazil. They need some foreign capital. I'm sorry. And then you can start investing in this company. You send the government their documentation, your documentation, and they will give you the residency, you know. That's a good question. If you invest in a company like a franchise, that then you would be generating you would be generating jobs, right, in Brazil. Let's see. Let's see if I can find any information to give you. Uh, see, guys, if I can find anything here. It mentions basically properties, but I'm gonna take a look at this. Your questions can become videos, so thank you very much for this. So foreigners. I'm gonna take a look at this information, guys, and make a video. The other one that you asked, okay, the best neighborhoods. Uh, where your money invested returns. Hitchen is asking if I am in contact with the lawyer, the attorney. from one of the latest lives you did. Yeah, I have a lawyer I can consult whenever necessary. I can check this. Ah, you mean okay? You mean the other guy from? You mean Luciano, right? From yeah, but we don't work together. Okay, Luciano has his own business, right? His own office that he deals with his clients. Okay. Is there a video you made on franchise? Not yet, best player. I'm gonna do it. That is something you can do from a distance. Um, you have to live in Brazil, which can happen, I guess. It's a matter of life choice. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna again. I like to have this contact with you guys because you guys give me ideas to where the channel should go. So, because I have my own, but I also want to hear my public, my audience. Um, so I want to check this information. I'm gonna be very specific on the video. Can a foreigner invest in a franchise? So I'm gonna give you all these details. Okay? 7500 Estrada do Pontal Recreio. Oh, Tisha said before, I am spoiled. I see the ocean as soon as I leave my house. That's very cool. Along my way to work, and then I count the hours to go back and see it all again. Do you have problems with hurricanes, Tisha? Yeah, Luciano Oliveira. Yes, his channel um, is Oliveira Lawyers. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take notes here if you guys wanna visit. He's a very good person. Okay, but we don't work together. We're just friends now. Oliveira Lawyers. That's my address. If someone wants to send me a card in Rio. What a wonderful life again with such nice and honest people. Love it. Thanks. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a video about this about um, if foreigners what other forms because laws they change all the time, right, guys? So I want to make a video about what other forms foreigners could get a residency. I think it would be interesting. Let me ask you guys: do you have any other questions or suggestions about videos I could be working with, so that they come in the next few days on the channel? Let me know, please. We are reaching here. How long have we been in live for? Almost 2 hours. Don't forget to smash the like button if you haven't, okay? Please do it. Oh, I did something. I lost the chat here. Okay. Yeah, I got the chat again. The police has arrived now. She's okay. She's Tali. We spent the whole day together, so it's not a problem at all, and she understands, of course. But I have other things to do for the channel as well. I want to start working on the recording the videos for tomorrow. But I want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any other question, or if you want to comment anything, if you want to suggest anything, please do, for me to transform into a video if I don't have the answer. And I'm gonna be posting it as fast as possible. Okay? I've got, I think, 4 scripts that I need to record, guys. Because I don't want you guys to be without videos this week. No way. The island is so tiny that to be a direct hit is very rare. That's good. Also, we build our homes with the stones and concrete. Oh, just like in Brazil, right? In the US is wood, right? Aside from franchise, the skills in high demand that Brazilians are looking for from foreigners to help the local economy and make money, maybe. Very nice. Skills needed from foreigners in Brazil. Thank you, best player. I'll be studying these things. Yeah, man, that's my job. I need to keep the channel going. Need to grow this place. So don't forget, if you have people that would be interested in learning about Brazil, please share the content. Ask the people to subscribe. Become members if you can, okay? Remember, it's a small contribution, but it means the world for us because I can keep things going. I can give you better quality, better computer, better live streamings. But I'm very happy that at least this one has worked. So the cleanup that I did with the computer is already producing results. I'm very happy with that because my idea is I want the lives to be interesting. I want you to be excited about watching the live here, okay? Now you can see me and Paulista Avenue on this side, right? This side. So, but I want to have some interesting things like reacting to a video posted on the channel, discussing a little bit more about the topic. And it's going to be a pleasure to have you guys here always, but with interesting things to show you. All right? I'm also planning on producing videos that are faster and don't require so much editing, at least for the morning, because I want to come and read the news with you. Like the video I did with the Rio 1930 thing. It was something so fast. And the views were good. And the other one that I did, that I was here, and I don't remember the topic exactly, but I talked about something. I think I read the news, and it was something fast, and it gave me a lot of views. People like it. So this is a way that we keep constant content. You guys are always absorbing more information about Brazil. But of course, I love and I will never stop producing those videos that are longer, that bring more information, more editing, more entertainment, history. Like, I'm very proud of that video about the Brazilian Portuguese history, right? The history of the Brazilian Portuguese. So if you haven't watched, go check. There are some gems on this channel, okay? Also, remember to subscribe to the new channel. There is a new channel where I'm going to be talking about Brazilian Portuguese. So if you guys want to learn more about Brazilian Portuguese, check. It's called Portuguese with Mark Saint. Some people have already told me they have been able to subscribe because I don't have any videos there yet. I'm going to be working on them. So Portuguese with Mark Saint. Go check it out. Subscribe there as well, because I'll be working on both the channels, and it's the same name of my profile on Instagram, Portuguese with Mark Saint. I want to grow this community, okay? Tisha is saying that we build in similar manners. One reason I'm comfortable investing there. Very good. It's like the story of the three little pigs, right, Tisha? If the house is made of bricks, it won't be torn down. The obvious mistakes gringos make when they want to settle for good. When you say settle for good, best player, what are you talking about? Like settle in the country or in a relationship? I think it's the country, no? No, if it's about the country, I don't have a video about this. I just have a video about relationships. Um, what you can expect if you want to marry a Brazilian in terms of law, in terms of procedures. This video I have. So you can check it out if you're interested. Cultural aspects would be interesting as well, no? Just taking notes here, guys. Oh, so yeah, so I understood it right. So it was about setting Brazil, right? Settling in Brazil. Um, yeah, that's a good thing because that would be a cultural thing, right? But look, Hitchum, I see that at least the foreigners that I see, they really blend in with the Brazilians. They really learn the language. Um, I think it's not a problem for many Brazilians, for many foreigners who come to Brazil. Okay, yes, it's not a problem at all for the foreigners. Yeah, but it would be interesting to make set a list of advice, right? Of tips that foreigners could follow. It's been noted, okay? I've written them down. Please, if you have more, let me know. I'm going to be writing here and producing videos about it. In Rio, you think the foreigners don't get involved with Brazilians? They stay in their own communities. Yeah, maybe the examples that I saw were different because I saw people in Rio also going to samba, really absorbing the culture. So do's and don'ts about Brazil. I have one video already. I think I need to make another one. I need to produce another one. Uh, I have one, man. The do's and don'ts with Brad Zuka. I don't know if you have watched this one. It's one of my favorite videos because it's kind of funny. Um, check it out. Check on the channel. It's type do's and don'ts on the search bar, and then you see this video that I made with Brad Zuka, side by side. I mean, two different studios, but we brought some entertainment, some fun, but we were serious about the recommendation. So even though we are joking, we're having a blast. We are talking about serious things: what to follow, what not to do. It was nice, but I really need to redo this kind of things. These videos, I can squeeze them, and they more and more things will come. Yeah, it depends on the place, right? But normally, in big cities like São Paulo, if it's past midnight, in areas that are like downtown, they they don't leave the traffic light operating working. So it's always in the blinking yellow, because then you can carefully pass depending on the time. So this is a way to avoid you becoming victim of a problem, right? Not saying that, oh my God, I can drive anywhere. No, I've already waited for the light to go green, driving my car at night. But in areas where this is not necessary, they just leave it on the blinking mode. So the government already thinks about this possibility for you not to be there waiting for something to happen, you know. I believe in Rio is the same. There might be areas where the traffic light doesn't work after a specific time, maybe 2 in the morning, not at midnight, because depending on the area, you have people coming and going. The night in Rio is very hectic. People go to bars. São Paulo, not too. São Paulo even more than this, you know. The appetite for Brazilians to learn French. To learn other languages, right? Well, it's so hard to give this kind of information because um, I don't want you guys to take everything that I say as okay, the whole country is like this. It's a continental country with different cultures and different behaviors. Even for us that are locals, that are nationals, when we go to other states, we see the difference. We look at the way Cariocas behave and say, we don't do that in São Paulo. We look at the way Paranaenses behave, oh, they do this, we don't do that in São Paulo. So even the way we speak sometimes, it's different. But there are places that they don't want to learn any other language. I'm going to be honest with you. I was with an American guy one day, and he was trying to be friendly to everybody, and he saw a girl waiting in the line because we were going to buy something, a snack. I was taking him to the bus station here in São Paulo, and he wanted to start up a conversation with that woman in front of him. And he asked her, hey, do you speak English? She said, não, eu sou carioca, eu falo português. No, I'm a carioca, I speak Portuguese. She was very harsh on the way she talked to him. I don't see a Paulista doing this. So there are specific areas of Brazil that people don't want to learn any other language. And I have heard this from another friend, okay, that is always in Rio, and they say, Cariocas are very nationalistic. They are proud of not learning another language because they like Portuguese. So in São Paulo, maybe because of the business, and if you go to a company here, first thing they will ask you, do you speak English? Why do you think I keep my job? Because people need to speak English. So I need to teach them. I teach directors, managers. They all need to speak the language. But I see some other people also interested in learning Spanish, some others French, Italian. So, but São Paulo is different. I have to say that, completely different. The do's and don'ts was good for I did not know about the OK sign being a huge no-no. What do you mean, the OK sign being a huge no-no? Explain me, please, Tisha. I drove to Rio a lot at night, even linha amarela and vermelha in Brazil at 3 in the morning. Everywhere in the world, just look out. Common sense, yes. I like to get my Paulista friend angry, so I say to him, valeu. Ô meu irmão. Yeah, you say meu irmão with me a lot. Paulista speak normally better Portuguese than Rio. The accent is different. Sounds like São Paulo is the lovable hub. Yeah, you were here, right? Best player in other opportunities, I believe. In other lives that I made. You saw that I discussed with you guys that many foreign friends that I have, they have understood that São Paulo should be the hub for them to have access to quality of life, quality of services similar to what they have back in their countries, and from São Paulo explore the rest of Brazil. The funny thing, this has been rooted in our hearts already. I think I talked to my wife today about this, or yesterday, and she's very wise on her answers. Because I told her, hey, honey, do you think if we lived at the beach, do you think the channel would blow up? I would have more people watching me, for example, during the live streamings. Do you think people would be more interested in the content of my videos? And she said, you don't have to live at the beach to produce content like that. And she stopped. That was an amazing phrase from Tali. You don't have to live at the beach. So the mentality that Paulistas have, São Paulo is our place. That's where we make money. Not everybody. A lot of people are leaving the city because they want peace and quiet. They want farms, so they're leaving. I like the city. So the idea is São Paulo would be the hub, and then you go stay a week in the northeast. Ceará, for example. Stay 2 weeks in Maranhão. Go back to São Paulo. From here to Rio, it's a 50-minute flight, guys. 50 minutes. You get on the plane, you have to get off. That fast. So you go to Rio, spend the weekend, come back. Right? The place for opportunities is São Paulo. I love my country. When I say country, the whole country. But I love São Paulo. I try to be in Belo Horizonte for a whole month on vacation. I was so homesick. I had to cut my trip short and come back to the city. Incredible. And Belo Horizonte is the third biggest in Brazil, just so you know. Forget New York. Sampa is the sizzle. Shizzle. In the west, the index finger and thumb. Yes, Tisha. Did I explain that, or you learned this from anywhere else? The funny thing, right? But isn't it the same abroad? I believe. The funny thing, when Brad Zuka did this, he was always with the hand like this, but just to show like he's elegant, because some people talk like this, you know. So when Brad Zuka talked like this, I started observing the movement of his hands. Even his caricature that I have, if you guys see somewhere there, like here, let me show you. Hold on a second. If you see his caricature here, the position of his right hand, the left hand is holding a mic, and the right hand is doing this symbol here, this movement. Even this, I started paying attention because I said, I might be sending the right message. I know that in Brazil it could be okay, or it could be something else that is not good, so I'm going to stop doing this. Said, Brad, stop it, right? But I've heard that depending on the country, it's also the same as in Brazil. Maybe you guys can tell me, because I don't know. I have heard, right? Interesting things, right? Cultural aspects. Guys, do you have any other questions you could ask me? Something I'm going to start doing, and also following Moses' suggestion, I'm going to start scheduling my lives, okay? Brad is ambiguous, love it. Brad is amazing. And the funny thing, the story of the book that I have written continues the story of Mark Saint and Brad Zuka from a parallel universe, of course. Not this Mark Saint that you know. But you see Brad Zuka a lot in the conversations, and the students, they crack up when Brad goes like, they just crack up. They just love it. I have to keep the character going here because I know a lot of people do like him. But guys, going back, I was saying that I'm going to follow Moses' suggestion. I was thinking about this already. And start scheduling the lives every Wednesday and Sundays. So you guys can wait from there. And I will put the topics we're going to be discussing. It's going to be open for conversation always. So that means you can come with questions that are not there, but I will give you specific news to discuss, events, and this will illustrate our talk even more because I want you guys to get out of my live streamings with, the sense that you have acquired something, that you have learned more about Brazil, because that's why you're here for. You're here because you love Brazil and you want to consume things from a Brazilian that you wouldn't be learning anywhere else. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't remember. Yeah, Tisha. Tisha saying, I thought you had in your do's and does, but maybe I saw it in another video. I don't remember now. I need to check this video again. Maybe I did. Or maybe I did not. I talk about the Speedo. That is the very funny part. I even put the Simpsons. I talk about people thinking that we have ginormous mosquitoes in Brazil. Sometimes we do, but it depends on the place. Depends on the place. São Paulo, we don't. Ilhabela, the city the place that I said in the north, yes, we do. Big mosquitoes. A city almost 100 kilometers east-west and north, south, adoro. Mr. Teacher, we're here to learn indeed. Don't forget to subscribe to Portuguese with Mark Saint. Don't forget, guys. Go there, subscribe to Portuguese with Mark Saint. Follow the profiles on Instagram for Brazilian Subtitled and the Portuguese course. And follow the channel. The first video I'm going to post there, I'm going to tell you now. The first video I'm going to post on the channel is going to be the history of the Portuguese language. I'm not going to produce another video to talk about it because that one is very complete. So yes, I'm going to pick up the same video from here, from Brazilian Subtitled, and I'm going to put on Portuguese with Mark Saint just to kickstart the work with this new channel. I hope you guys watch anyways, or at least play it on your computer just to make views. You're going to be helping me a lot, and YouTube will understand there's a new channel that might have relevance very soon. And I promise you guys, as soon as I'm done with the Brazilian Portuguese course, you guys are going to have lots of content on both channels. And this is going to happen soon. I want to thank you all for being with me up until now. It was amazing. Close to 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Yeah, 1 hour and 48 minutes already of streaming. Thank you very much, guys. Hitcham always here. Thank you. Tisha always here. Thank you. Thank you, best player. All the other guys that came and talked to me and left. Thank you. 02 Hero. I hadn't seen this. I'm seeing this now. What is a good salary to pay a live-in maid? That's a good question, man. I don't have a live-in maid. I clean things myself. But I'm going to take notes if you don't mind. And I'm going to research for you, make a very short video talking about what to expect in terms of costs, okay? What is a good salary? One detail that I can give you, 02 Hero, is that some people receive per day. They're called diaristas. But you need to pay attention to the bond you're going to have with this employee, because minimum salary, I'm not sure, man. It depends on how much she cleans, you know. But if you have more than 2 days, I think it falls into a category that you need to have a bond with the employee. So you need to register, because in Brazil we register the people. You need to pay the right. She needs to have a vacation. She needs to have 13º. the 13th salary in Brazil. I don't know if you guys know this. We have something called 13º, which is a 13th payment. Because you guys have 12 payments a year, you're going to have a 13th. The employer needs to pay this for the employee every year. Okay? If you're retired in Brazil, you also receive a 13th salary. And sometimes it's divided in two parts, usually divided in two parts. One in November, one in December. My father is retired, so he receives one payment in July, another one in August, or one in June and the other one in August. So it depends on what people want to do. So you need to see. Sometimes we call a diarista here in my house. We pay the day she comes, and then we're gonna pay $120 for her day. But my house is 100 square meters with 3 bedrooms, an office upstairs, and a rooftop. And the last time we called her was almost 8 months ago. Ever since then we have been cleaning ourselves, because sometimes it's just do a little today, do a little tomorrow, save some money. That's the point. But it depends. I will check what the law says about this. Okay. Thank you, Mark. As always, good to chat and learn a little each time. Thank you, Tisha. Thank you for your support. I pray for God that your shoulder will be better and better and better and stronger. Okay. Hicham is saying Europe 12, 13 or 14 salaries also plus 30-day vacation plus other days off. System in Brazil is European system, very good, like it. Yeah, I know. I know that in the US completely different, so that's why I like to mention, right? So guys, thank you so much. We're reaching almost 2 hours, 1 hour and 52 minutes. You can wait. Today was already an improvement by having this background and a software that I could change and show you something. You can expect this to be better and better and better. I'm gonna be coming with a new intro, an intro exclusively only for the live. Interesting topics. You're gonna be informed through Instagram and through the channel. So follow me on Instagram, because I send you a lot of notices there. I give you news, information there. So I'll be telling you, we're going to be talking about this, but I will also post this on the channel. The topics of discussion of tonight will be this, this, and this. And please come, because your support is necessary. What is the best way to have converse with you about a transition from Europe to Brazil? To have what? Convos? What is that, man? Not sure I understand this. About a transition from Europe to become a tourist citizen. Clear that up for me. I'm not sure I get your question. You mean, what is the best way to become a citizen? You're asking me what is the best way to get some advice about how to make the transition. We can talk. If this is what I understand, we can talk through Chatman. Start by sending me. I don't know if you have done this before, if I have your number, but if I do, we can talk through WhatsApp. If I don't, send me a direct message, and I can research the best way for you to do that. Tourist citizen resident, your offer. Okay, send me a direct message. Let's talk about this. Let's talk this through, okay? We can figure out what to do. I can research the best way for you to do that, okay? If it's through an investment, we can talk about it. I have some information now. not a lawyer on the subject, but I'm a curious guy and I go after information. I really like this, especially about Brazil. Okay? When you climb down the roof down when you pass the car for 24 hours, send me some things. Oh, okay. Sure, we'll do it. So, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Wednesday we'll be here live. Wednesday, I believe I can do this. I believe 7 o'clock my time. I'll let you know, okay? You will see on the channel a previous post, but I think 7 p.m. All right? Because it's normally, weekdays are normally very busy for me. Thank you very much. Reaching almost 2 hours, 4 minutes to reach 2 hours. I appreciate your support. I'm very happy that things have worked out somehow on the software here. Thank you very much. May God bless you all and you have a tremendous week. Keep an eye on the channel and learn more about Brazil. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.